Welcome, 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 everybody. This is Sherry from Black Dog Designs. I just logged on live. I'm going to do a DIY challenge tonight. I'm going to sort of just hang tight for a few minutes and see if anybody hops on with us. We're only a minute in, so let's give it a couple of minutes and see if anybody hops on. I hope everybody's having a great night. It's raining really, really hard outside of my craft room. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I do have the window open. We've been getting a lot of rain here where we live in California. Last night, it kind of drizzled. It's been drizzling off and on for a while, but last night it rained, probably starting around midnight. I'm going to say harder than I've seen it rain here. My husband was just saying harder than he's seen it rain. My daughter said the same thing. So, yeah, and now it's raining really hard again. We've got this atmospheric river going again here, which for us down here in the Owens Valley is great because we need the rain. But my husband works up in Mammoth where they're getting all the snow, and they have gotten so much snow. I can't even begin to tell you how much snow they've gotten. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing a challenge. If I see anybody pop on, I'll kind of re-explain what I'm doing. But Tamika over at Pastries, Pumps, and Pie put out a challenge for anybody that wanted to join to do a DIY once a week during the month of March, to do a DIY Miss Maker March challenge. So of course I couldn't resist. I had to hop on that. So we're only 3 minutes and 30 seconds in, so I probably will wait a couple of more minutes. Nobody's hopping on as of yet, so I won't wait too long, but I'd like to wait and see if we can at least get a couple of people on before I start. This idea that I had is kind of a combination. When Tamika first mentioned this challenge, I was thinking, ooh, this could be fun. What can we do? And then I actually came across another idea watching some DIY videos, and so I've sort of married the two ideas together for this video. I did do a trial run today earlier when I didn't really have time to get set up and go live. Oh, hi Tamika. Hello. I'm doing my DIY project tonight. You're the first one on. I'm not sure if I'm going to have too many other people hop on, but I was giving it just a couple minutes before I got started. And I was just saying that you had given us this challenge, and I thought it sounded like so much fun. And so I wanted to try. I had a kind of like a marriage of a couple of ideas that came together. So what I did, and this is sort of my practice one, but I thought I'd put it into my recipe planner. I took fabric and I laminated it for a dashboard. So this next one I'm going to do for my Miss Maker, and it's some material that I had actually gotten to make myself a, kind of a, I guess like a skirt, not a skirt, but a thing that goes on my table that I set my sewing machine on. And then when I sew, I can make pockets. And that could house my sewing stuff. Let me see. I might be zoomed in a little bit too much. I'm working with a new phone here, so let me see if that's any better. I felt like maybe I was a little too close. I can always zoom back up if I need to, but let me go just a tiny bit. Okay. All right. Well, so that we don't take up too much more time, I'll go ahead and get started. So what you'll need for this project is, if you have one, you'll need a, oh shoot, what do they call these? Self-healing cutting mat. I use my Cricut rotary blade, my Cricut paper cutter. I did use a hole punch, measuring tape, my corner rounder. For this particular project, I did not use my pinking shears, but I'm going to use my pinking shears on this project. So what I've done is pre-measured, where's my notes? Why is leaving my notes somewhere? Oh yeah, here it is. I pre-measured, I wanted this to match the dashboards that are already made. So what I wanted to, on this one I didn't really worry about that, but what I wanted to do with this one is take into account the tab so that I could have that sticking out. So I measured this. Basically, this measures 9.5 by 5.5. So I went slightly larger because I had room to play with. And then I'm going to pink the edges. I did notice on this one, I had a little bit of fraying around the edges that I sort of had to contend with. So I thought if I used my pinking shears, then I wouldn't have to worry about that. So what I've done was, oh, thank you. I thought it was kind of just fun, something different. I don't know. That's how my mind works. So yeah, so what I did was pre-measured. I ironed, pressed everything out so that it was nice and flat. Ironed it and cut it on my self-healing mat to the dimensions that I needed. So I can go ahead and get this out of the way. I hope your evening is going well. Ours is. I was just saying before you came on that it is raining like crazy outside. I've got the window to my craft room open and it's raining so hard. Okay, so since I've already pre-cut, and what I'll do when I and on this too, what I ended up doing, and I'll do the same thing for this one, is I laminated it. These are 3mm laminating sheets, and I went ahead and did a second laminating sheet because they're going to be, pliable because it's fabric. It's not cardstock. So I felt maybe doing 2 layers of the 3mm. Maybe 1 layer of 5 would be fine. But so I've got everything pre-measured, pre-pressed, and pre-cut. So what I'm going to do now is just try not to get into the camera because you don't want to see me, but I just want to pink these edges. So I'll try to stay, let me, you're just relaxing. Good for you. You deserve it. I think I'm not sure how much relaxation I'm going to have in the next few days. I had my youngest grandson, Ryder, today. Molly and Ryan went and did a, they called it anatomy scan on the baby. So they went and did that. So I had Ryder for about 4 hours, few hours anyway, while they did that. Then tomorrow I go watch my 4-year-old, almost 4-year-old Harper all day. Thursday's my day with Harper. And then Saturday, Sarah and Brent are dropping the kids off because they're going to do a half marathon down in San Diego. And this year they're not taking the kids. So we get them both on Saturday. They'll drop them off on their way down. And then my mother-in-law takes Gavin Sunday, and then I have Harper Sunday night and Monday. Or we do, not just myself, but yeah, so I'm going to be pretty exhausted. You know, they're really good kids, and I'm sure, you know, it's the same way like you were saying with your godson. Oh, shoot. Did I just lose you? I hope not. Okay, looks like we're back. Yep. Technical difficulties. Life in the live world. Let's see, we should be back on now. I'm going to go ahead and keep pinking these edges. See if Tamika comes back. Yeah, I went black. We're back on. Looks like you can see me. Yep. Refresh, maybe. I'll wait and see if she comes back. Those edges look pretty good. We're back, we're back, we're back. We're back, we're back, we're back. Wait a second and see if Tamika jumps back on. I had some little bit of technical difficulties there. Actually what happened was I always forget to note to self. I forget to put it on airplane mode. And then my little dog has to have a certain medication at 7 o'clock. My time. 7 p.m. So actually he gets it at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. So that's what happened, was his alarm went off. And, yep, you're back. Okay. I have to make a note to myself. I always forget to, number one, put my phone on airplane mode. And then my little dog, Max, he has seizures, so he has to have his phenobarbital at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. And we'd already given him his medicine, but I forgot to put my phone in airplane mode, so that's what caused all of that. So I'm just going to go ahead, kind of clean these. I've tried to pink these edges as evenly as I can. I'm going to hop on over just real quick, turn on my iron. Oops. Give it one more real quick press, and then we'll go ahead and finish up and get this laminated. Do you forget to turn your, I'm going to just talk to you for a second because I have to wait for my iron to warm up. Do you forget to put your phone in airplane mode, or are you pretty good about that? Got my phone kind of all wonky here. I don't know what I've done. Hope I don't make you dizzy. I'm just trying to adjust it a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a note to myself to remember. I'll put it on my, right in front of me on my work table to don't forget airplane mode. So yeah, this is going to be a fun challenge. I can't wait to see what everybody does. I saw Johanna, is that how you pronounce it? I saw her cute little paper clips. Those are adorable. I've been teaching myself how to knit and crochet over the last few years, but I don't know. This one needs to be pink a little more. I don't know how to do it in the round like she does. This is going to be perfectly imperfect, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, you do. I know, it's easy to forget. Oh, well. Guess we just do the best we can, huh? Let me see if my iron's hot. Yep, all right. Just going to iron these. So I've got them back to back. So I've got two wrong faces, sides facing together. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is what I did on the other one. Because I don't like to waste any. So I'll put it in there. Oh, buzzes always stick everywhere. Maybe that's on the outside. All right. Go ahead and just get this in there as best I can, straight as I can. It's kind of nice when I'm working on my mat here, because it's a great point of reference. Because sometimes, you know, to your eye it looks straight, that's supposed to be at the bottom. Yeah, to your eye it looks straight, but then when you put it, of course, up against a true measurement, It is not straight. That the live was fun last night. I didn't interject a lot because I didn't end up taking the test, so I didn't have much to say about it, but it's really interesting. I'd like to take the time and go do that. It's interesting personalities, aren't they? These little corners fighting me. There we go. One thing I found with the fabric, if you ever try that, it's a little bit less forgiving than cardstock. And paper, it's a little bit harder. Tends to want to shift around. I could have done a like an adhesive glue on it, but I didn't really want to mess with that. I think we're looking pretty good. Just getting right up in there. Okay, let's line it up. I think we're going to call that good enough. That's always my favorite word for myself, good enough. Everything's just good enough. If it isn't good enough, oh well, it's good enough for me. And I'm the one doing it, so that's all that matters. Let's see. Flip this because I want to cut it. See, that's not looking real straight, is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Because I like to use this portion for another project. It's nice for bookmarks. Okay, stick that aside in the scraps. And looks like my laminator is ready. Yeah, when you have other things to do, over here just getting some scraps off and just some little bits of fabric, making sure I'm straight. I thought I killed my laminator on a live last week one day because I put a small piece in, and I guess for whatever reason, it just didn't go well, and my laminator ate it, but my husband took it apart and fixed it for me, so it's working. I know, I can imagine. I mean, you kind of know what your own personality is, but to really see it on paper like that, and then to see other people that come out the same is pretty interesting. And then I was kind of guessing, listening to it, because we were eating dinner, so I couldn't really go and do the test. But listening to it, I was kind of thinking, oh, wow, maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that, but I don't know. Maybe when the kids are here this weekend, I'll have time to just sit down and play around with it. So I'm going to run it through twice. I've got it on the 3 mil at this point. And then I'm going to run it through twice. Forwards and then backwards. So one thing I liked about this challenge is some challenges make me nervous, I guess, because I'm not sure I'm going to know what to do. But I liked this one because I thought, oh, this really opens up a lot of opportunities for ideas for getting creative. It's really raining hard here. Are you guys getting rain in Texas right now? We're in this atmospheric river situation. Ooh, that's hot. Okay, so that's 2 passes through with the 3 mil. Let me go ahead and just cut down a little bit. Get it here where you can see my workspace. Good. This one needs just a little bit. Yeah, because this is the front. Yeah, and this is the back. Okay. Cut this side down just a little. I thought these would make fun. These little dashboards. I like to come up with some TN dashboard ideas too, because I do use a traveler's notebook as well. Okay. All right, so that is cut down pretty evenly, maybe just a skosh off the top. Not much, just a tiny bit. All right, I'm going to come in with my, do the 7 mil. Seemed to work good on the other one. Sometimes this corner rounder works good, and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, perfect. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I was going to leave room for the tab, which I did not do, but that's okay. I'm going to get, this is what I did on my other one, just for a point of reference, but I am going to take it all the way to the bottom so I can have it sticking out the top. Had to move some things around to get my laptop in here so I could see comments. So I'm working around that. And then I don't have a Mambi punch yet, but this works just fine for now. Been cold there. Yeah, I don't know, I thought doing fabric might be kind of fun. It's a little bit hard to punch through. What was I doing the other day? I was doing something that I was punching and man, my hand was so sore. I thought fabric might just be a fun medium just for something different. I'm always trying to think outside the box. And I thought, why not? You know, and you can, being as how it's laminated, you can write on it just like you would you know, any other dashboard with a Sharpie. I do find that little tiny bits of fabric sometimes get just a tad stuck, and there's a little bit of cleanup as far as just some little frayed edges, but actually it's not as bad with the pinking shears because that keeps it from fraying. And then now I've been thinking of some other little ideas to do. Okay. All right, so that's the top. So I'm going to go ahead, just go in and cut my slits. So Tamika, is there anything more you want to go buy or you plan to purchase with the release on Friday? You know, we don't have Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby or anything here, so if I want to go to a Joann's, it's at least 2.5 hours. If I want to go to a Michael's, it's more like 3 hours, or Hobby Lobby's even further. So most anything I do is probably going to be online. I did order a few things from Joann's. They weren't the new sticker books, but I wanted the farmhouse. So I ordered that, and I ordered 2 of those. And a couple of other things. And then I got an email today that one of the only things that shipped was some half sheets. So I have a feeling it's really going to be a pain. But there's a lot of things on the new, not a lot, I shouldn't say a lot. I do want a new, I really like that homestead planner. I like the vintage botanicals, I really do. But okay, now that I have this cut, I'm going to laminate it one more time, and then I'm going to go add another layer of lamination to make it just a little bit firmer. 2 other sticker books you want, and the mini botanical. You know, I was kind of thinking about that. I like the botanical, but I'm not sure about the number 1 having to date everything, and I'm not sure if the monthly would really work for me. And I think, isn't the mini, I don't know if it's a horizontal or a vertical, but I don't think it's a monthly, right? So I was kind of thinking about that, if I could find, because I don't have a mini yet. And that is one thing I want to buy for myself, is a mini. Okay, so we've got 1 layer of lamination on there. I'm going to go ahead and grab 1 more sheet, just because I think it just gave it that little tiny bit more oomph that it needed. Probably at the end of the day, for anybody else, it probably wouldn't matter. Or second best case scenario, do it with 5 mil. And so I'll definitely be on the lookout for 5 mil laminating sheets, but so far all I have is the 3. Mini is horizontal. Okay. I was thinking it was either horizontal or vertical. I actually like horizontal. I don't know. When I do my digital planning, I always tend to go toward horizontal. And so I think that would work well for me. And I definitely want a mini. So I might get the sure I'm not in the seam there. I might get the Homestead for home because I want a more neutral planner than Miss Maker, because Miss Maker kind of has been my main catch-all planner. I've got that and the Faith and Healthy Hero, but I'd like a nice neutral planner when I want to do florals and things other than the bright colors. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I don't know that it matters, but I'm changing my laminator to 5 mil since I have 2 layers of 3 mil. I'm not sure if that matters, but I'm doing it anyway. I know they do cancel them on your order, huh? That happened to you? I know. I kind of saw that coming, and then I don't know if they're going to end up sending them, or, yeah, it's kind of frustrating for me. I was telling my husband that because I can't just go to Michael's or go to Joann's. You know, it's a day trip. I mean, at minimum, it's a 2.5 hour drive south to Joann's, and that's just to get there. And then you shop, and then you come home. It takes all day. So it's kind of frustrating when you have to rely on the internet. But I'd also, at the same time, I'm not the only one, so I know everybody's having issues with getting stuff. So, you know, I figure if nothing else, I'll just order off of the Mambi website. You know, if that's all I can do, then that's all I can do. I'm not going to worry too much more about it at this point. I was thinking, actually, I'll tell you because you'll probably understand, but I was thinking today, ever since I've joined Happy Planner, the first of the year, I love it, don't get me wrong. I love it. I love the people I've met. I love the community. But I have spent more money on Happy Planner stuff. When I bought my first bullet journal, I spent like, what, $20, $25. I did invest about maybe $100 in this really nice, and I love this. I need to use it more, but it's my Traveler's Notebook cover. I bought it from Ireland, and it's pure, it's real leather, and I just love it. So maybe, you know, a little investment there. When I started digital planning, I spent like $25 to download my digital planner. I bought a couple of sticker kits off Etsy, not very many. And then I found free digital downloads. So most of the stickers that I use in my digital planner are free. So it's just crazy how much money I've already spent with. Oh, now it's not going to want to go. So there's 3 in stock, and they told me before the site doesn't update inventory regularly. You know, I don't think that's right. They shouldn't do that. If it shows online that it's in stock when you place your order, because if it isn't in stock, it's going to tell you. And if they say it's in stock and it isn't, to me, that's really frustrating. You know what, I'm going to, since my 7 is acting up and it's not going to matter. I know, it's a lot of money. I'm just like, then a couple times I found myself like getting kind of like people have been talking about stressed out over it. It's like, why am I letting this planner situation stress me out? I've got enough stuff in life to stress out about as to whether I'm going to end up getting a stupid sticker book or not. You know, that actually, that makes a lot of sense, and I wonder if that isn't a huge part of it. But on the other hand, that's not really, let's see, fair to the retailers, maybe fair to the stores. I mean, either you're going to sell strictly online or you're going to sell to the stores. You know what I mean? Why get your customers' hopes up that they can walk into a store physically and buy it and then not provide the merchandise? I think that comes back to the company, in my opinion. Almost like a bait and switch situation. You know, everybody wants instant gratification, right? So, I mean, I have to order on the internet because I don't have those stores available. But if I had them available, I'd much rather drive down to the store and look. Not only that, because it's a lot easier to see for yourself in person than to look on the website. You can look at the layout, you can look at the pages. You know, there's a market for both, but it almost feels like Happy Planner's done the retailers a little bit of a disservice. And again, I could be totally wrong. So I just went in, punched my second layer of lamination, cutting it out, and then I will go ahead and run it through the laminator one more time. Run it through the laminator again. Got it set to 5 mil. Yeah, that was interesting. I heard them talking about that yesterday about Michael's, or well, no, that wasn't yesterday. That was the other day. But yeah, about Michael's not getting any of the sticker books. Just kind of makes me wonder if, I mean, we all love the sticker books and we all love the planners and stuff, but when you can buy a bullet journal, a TN, you know, buy your little inserts like this, buy your bullet journal and your set, it makes life just a little bit simpler. So I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, it's been fun. I do love I love the community. So I'm going to run it through one more time. And then I'll show you what it looks like. So for comparison, I was going to show you, like, okay, so here's of course, the Happy Planner dashboard, how thick it is. This is one I made quite a while back ago, and this is not even cardstock. This is just printer paper. Of course, this is cardstock because it's one of the inspirational cards. And then this is the fabric. So it's really not that much different from printer paper. Okay. desk is a mess. All right, so let me put this stuff aside, and I will just show you in here how it looks. Hopefully we'll get some other people watching this on the replay. Hard to get these subscriber numbers up and these views up. It's funny what people will watch and what they won't watch, huh? Okay, so this one, I went ahead and I did just a little bit higher because I want it to stick up. So let me stick it into next week. Okay, so it's going to stick up out of my planner just slightly. But I think that's really cute for Miss Maker, because it is definitely a maker dashboard. And then I'll pop this one in back in my recipe section of my planner, and we're all set. There. All right, well, this has been a fun challenge, and I can't wait to come up with some more ideas, see what other people come up with, and think of some new things to do. So I thank you for hanging out with me. I'm sorry we didn't get anybody else on, but that's the way it goes. Such is the lives, huh? So anyway, oh, by the way, your envelope was adorable. I thought that was such a cute idea when I saw that. I think that's really good. I need to do something like that. I think that would be a good thing to, like maybe stick, like some cash. If you have a little cash envelope or something, do something like that to put in there would be a cute idea. So yeah, I thought that was really cute that you did. All right, girl, I'm going to go ahead and go, let you go enjoy your evening. I'll post this probably on Instagram tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get some pictures this evening, but I'll get some tomorrow and get them posted so we can get more challenge pictures on there. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.